That's all it was, and it started working like a
rubbing alcohol in a rag, and I wiped the.
Hi-ho, Keegan the Vlog here. Welcome to the second installment of Ferrari 308 ownership. Actually, today we are going to a third-party Maryland tag and title place to get license plates for this thing. This is a perfect day to get this car out on the roads and see if we can just run it for a while. Anyway, we're off to the tag and title place. We're going to pick that up and head over to the shop. Missed a really exciting day at the shop from what I understand yesterday, so when we get there we may be in for a treat as far as a new vehicle that has shown up in Steve's fleet. So I'm going to walk in here and do tag and title stuff, and we'll see you in a minute. Got tags. There it is. Hey, Steve! Oh, that is beautiful.
It's a piece of work.
I don't know why I was not expecting the paint to be in that good of shape. Wow.
Well, I wasn't either. It is an incredible. It's a. I think I want Jerome to think, but I think it's a really good paint job. This car was taken down to nuts and bolts. The frame is all powder coated. You should see the thing underneath. It looks like a new car.
Wow. And what is the year and model? 38
Buick Special.
38 Buick Special and suicide doors. I love it.
Yep.
Oh, look at, man, the wood trim and everything. Wow.
And of course, it didn't run. And it turned out, so we checked for gas and we checked for spark and all that sort of stuff. And it turned out that the screw that holds the points in had fallen out. So the points just wouldn't close. I mean, just sit there, doing nothing.
And that's all it was.
And then it started right up. And it's pretty impressive. It's, it's a straight 8. It's smooth and quiet.
Oh my goodness. That is just gorgeous. I think you did well.
We'll put it up in the air sometime today.
Okay, cool.
You can see underneath it.
Yes. Okay, keeping with the theme of everything being harder on a Ferrari, the license plate holes do not line up with the license plate mounting point on the car. So we've got this frame that goes along the outside, fits up to the car. We're gonna have to drill holes in the license plate here to mount it up.
So, as always,
All right, good morning. We are on our way to Bean Rush now to hopefully show the previous owner this car running for the first time in over 2 years. God, that sounds so good. It just sounds so good. And this is where I actually found out about it. It was 3 weeks ago to the day that I found out about the existence of this car and the possibility that it was for sale. So if you haven't watched the video, you probably have, because I don't know who is watching this video, but not the one that I actually got the car. So that all happened within the last 3 weeks. We still have quite a bit of work to do on this car to get it completely sorted. So we'll talk about that a little bit in this video, about some of the things that we're going to work on. Obviously, the very first thing we need to do is get tires on this car. There are some things that are still wrong with it. The odometer doesn't work, the fuel gauge doesn't work, and both of those together equals I have no idea how much fuel is in the car at any given time. So we've got to get those things sorted. The odometer problem, unfortunately, is not the easy solution to these gauges are electronic, and there is one sensor that feeds data to both the speedometer and the odometer and the trip odometer as well. That sensor is working because the speedometer is working. So the failure is actually in the gauge, which means we have to remove the gauge and send it off to get overhauled. We do need to do a brake flush or just a brake fluid change, and then a gear oil change, and then that will be all the fluids in the car. We've ordered the timing belt service kit, so 2 timing belts plus 2 tensioners. It doesn't look like a very difficult job to do if you've got the right tools. I've also ordered or inquired about the cam lock tool that Birdman references on his procedure page. The horns don't work. I don't know what I know actually why it doesn't work right now is I have the relay pulled and it was making a bunch of clicking noises in there. So I suspect whatever was causing the relay to go haywire is actually the root cause of the horns not working. Now, I've been warned that the electrical system on these cars can be challenging. I'm no stranger to challenging electrical systems, so one thing that we are going to do in one of the upcoming videos is see if we can solve some of the electrical gremlins in the DeLorean by upgrading the system's ground connection, reground everything to the transmission housing. So there's a DeLorean tech channel that I watch because I have a DeLorean, and I really like the setup that they did for regrounding their car. But here we are about to pull into Bean Rush. I'm going to spin this guy around. After we got the alarm system extracted, we just went through the fuel system, replaced the pump, replaced the filters and the accumulator, and then flushed the tank.
All right.
Yeah, I love this car. Thank you so much for the jacket.
Sure.
That was classy. Thank you very much.
Oh yeah, that's a nice jacket, huh?
Very nice. Thank you.
It's like the end. You know how to open the doors now, right?
I do.
Have you had it with the top off yet?
Not yet. No, I haven't taken the top off, and I haven't really given it the beans yet because the tires have got some flat spots in them, so it's kind of like a little kind of bumpy going down the road.
I sent him a photograph of me standing next to it.
We went to Mike's Crab House for lunch that day, I think. How high did you raise it?
To 4.5 inches.
Oh, okay.
So not very, just high enough to get it over the hump in the driveway and stuff without
yeah,
that
looks
bottom.
Looks good.
Yeah.
I got it 17 years ago.
17 years ago, and then you got the new battery and shit went sideways.
Yeah.
So it had the alarm system in it when you bought it?
Yeah.
I got you.
Well, the guy that I bought it from owned a automotive audio store, and so he put the radar detector in and the alarm system.
Showing off his wares.
As you should.
Yeah.
All the power amp and all that.
Which is, as much as that stuff annoys me, it also is so period correct.
It is, right?
Yeah.
Put a bumping system in.
Yeah. Yes. And the sound that the radar detector makes when you turn the key on, that chirp that it makes, it's like, that is so 80s.
Yep.
I love it.
Yep. What year is the Porsche you're trying to get rid of now?
82.
82.
Yeah, if anybody wants an 82, if anybody watching this wants an 82 928, it's beautiful.
Yeah.
You making room for something new, or just time to let
I don't know.
stuff go?
We'll see.
You got something on your mind?
Maybe.
So typically what happens is later in the morning, people that went down to Annapolis Cars and Coffee show up here at Bean Rush. Oh yeah!
There's something you don't see every day.
Nope. Wow, that's pretty.
That's gorgeous. Look at the wheels. Supposed to be 40, right? Hey, it's 40 years old. Yeah, he was more cool kid parking.
Yes!
Gentlemen?
Oh, smokes.
Oh yeah, nice.
It's 82.
82. Wow. A little 80s revival going on here. 80s Ferrari, 82 fans.
That is an 80s color.
Keep driving it.
Yes.
Driving it, man.
That looks
Very
great.
nice. I want to ask him about the ACR, if he wanted that in particular, if that's exactly what he wanted.
So he did. He was actually telling me that he couldn't decide between the ACR and the GTS, so they got one of each.
His and hers?
Yeah.
The core, I gotta check my back pocket.
Yeah.
Sure if I can put a hole in anything. That's as far back as she goes.
Do you fit? Sort of. So yeah, it's the driving
Well,
position. Yeah, it's a weird driving position.
I like it.
But you get used to it. You get used to it pretty quick.
Dude, starts like a fucking dream.
Yeah. Sounds like it's a
Go for a ride. That's beautiful. I love how low the steering wheel is.
I just adjusted that
I like
down.
it. I keep them down. This is where I drive my vehicle.
Yeah.
First gear's down. Second gear's a gated shifter's bitching.
It is bitching, isn't
You don't
it?
guess where you are.
Yeah, there's the spot, but once you get it going a little bit faster, it's good. No, that was my thing, man. If there wasn't COVID, I would have taken my year to go study cursing in Great Britain. That's what I wanted to do.
You know what I taught the boys at the dinner table the other day? I don't know why I did it. I said, you know what's funny about different languages, boys? In Ireland, bollocks is bad, but the dog's bollocks is good. And they were like, what? What's a bollocks? And Trent was like, oh god. And laughed, and mashed potatoes came out the nose.
Oh my god.
So now just walks around the house saying that with something as good as that's the dog's bollocks. She's like, thank you.
Your wife loves you.
Oh my god. She hasn't killed me yet, so she must love me. You are right, the tires do need it. I was thinking you could just drive them, but
They're bad.
yeah, they're bad. Some rubbing alcohol.
That's all it was, and it started working like a
rubbing alcohol and a rag,
Yeah.
and I wiped the I can't believe we're driving at a
Ferrari,
308, dude.
yeah.
This is amazing.
All right, first Cars and Coffee. Wait, can we freaking it's period correct, but it is annoying. Next 308 video is going to be a little bit more technical. We're going to tackle the timing belt. So we've got the parts on order, we've got a special tool on order, so we're going to get all that stuff in. So we're going to go ahead and put new tensioners and timing belts on. We're going to put new tires on, and then we're going to take this thing for a road trip. So next 308 video is going to be a little bit on the technical side. We're also going to get back to the Triumph. We still have a lot of work to do on the TR3. We haven't forgotten about that. So like and subscribe to something wrench time.